What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Games for Life podcast, where each and every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, discussing all things games. I'm one of your hosts, Jarrell. With me is my co-host here, Arthur Thomas. We're closing it out once again for 2024, as we usually do. But how you doing, man?
Doing good. It's my first pod out of my brand new fucking behemoth machine of a computer. I'm getting used to an ultra wide, no, not ultra wide. I'm getting used to a curved monitor. It's also huge.
Nice.
Because, but as you saw before the pod, I was like, holy shit, dude. Whoever maximizes Windows on a curved monitor needs to get put on a fucking list, because it's just way left, way right, way left, way right. I'm just like, dude, like, just double, like, fuck, shit.
You get like three different, almost three different screens in one.
Yeah, no, that's literally one of the settings. I can do like half with quarters. I can do quarters. I can do thirds. I can do halvesies. Yeah, there's all these like pre-built settings.
Oh, is Victor joining us today?
Oh yeah, we have a surprise guest.
Oh, cool. Oh, well, shit. Let's let him in. Why the hell not? Good way to end the year. Hopefully he's dressed.
We'll see.
And
I was in a chat when you sent me the invite, so I'm like, hey, you want to do something funny, kind of surprise drill?
And we got an Asian Victor here. An Asian is his username. I'm not being racist. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Hi. What up? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can, sir.
Hear you very well.
Excellent. Yeah. Yes, I'm an Asian, but please, just call me Asian.
Hey, there you go.
Oh wow, very cool.
Hey, I got it to work. Yo.
He got his VTuber set up.
Oh, awesome. Congrats, bro. That's very cool.
What up? How y'all doing? Yeah.
Hey, we're just chilling.
I'm rocking the Hawaiian shirt I bought when we went to the Spam Museum, so I'm doing good.
I'm about to be drinking very soon, but for now, I'm gonna take a quick shot of water. Cheers, now, come now. Quick, cheers.
Well, as you guys know, this is gonna, if you don't know, this is gonna be the last episode here of the year. Mainly dedicated towards the Game Awards. Just kind of going through who won, our thoughts on that, on the Game Awards and whatnot, and then also just kind of talking about maybe just like a year in review, in a little more detail. Talked about it a little bit for the last episode, but we have time to dig in more to reflect a bit, and then maybe just to see what we'd like to see for next year. But of course, before we get started there, if you're watching this or listening to this, hello, you should watch this on our YouTube channel at G4L Podcast, G, the number 4L Podcast. That is where Arthur does the streams for the games that he does. Sometimes he does them with good old Victor here. And then, of course,
please, just call me Asian.
with double A here, and then also the video episodes, of course, some audio episodes, but everything else you can go to linktree.com/gamers the number 4 life. That's the one-stop link for all things regarding to the show. Here at the Games for Life podcast, we read the news while you can listen to what you choose by clicking on the links of the time code in the description of the episode, so you can just go to what you want to watch or listen to, or you can just hang out with us here and talking about the end of the year. And crazy thing, man, is starting up, Arthur. The Game Awards, they released the numbers, 150 million viewers, more than the Super Bowl, which is fucking nuts.
I didn't know it was that high.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Let's go.
So for everyone who's like, oh, games are a niche, people don't
Who watches games? More people that watch the Super Bowl.
Fucking
Fuck
everyone.
you. Holy shit.
Indeed.
Damn. More than a Super Bowl, that is a flex for a life. I'm sorry. Like, I know, Drell, you sent me the numbers. It was like 150 plus million, but like most Americans, we need context. Like, okay, how many bald eagles is that? How many Super Bowls is that? 1 point fucking something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. I mean, I had a feeling that the the viewership wasn't down by any means, you know. But it's funny,
No.
right? Because like I remember the past couple weeks, like he was getting shit or whatever regarding to Elden
The
Ring
nominations,
DLC,
yeah.
exactly, Elden Ring DLC being part of Game of the Year conversations. People were like, "Bah," you know. So there was that whole thing. But I mean, that didn't stop people from watching the fucking Game Awards. So I mean, you know, Jeff Keighley's really on top right now. You know, he's got that platform that obviously, you know, companies are investing in it. You're getting, you know, unreleased exclusive videos of games, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But overall, I guess just starting off with you, Arthur, you know, how do you feel about the Game Awards?
First off, another piece of context. I did a Google. The Video Game Awards almost had as much as 10 times the viewership as the last Grammys.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like, I know that's one. I know like all award shows are like going downhill. God knows the Golden Globes were going downhill ever since Ricky Gervais just stopped roasting fucking everyone. But the Game Awards, so truth be told, I was not able to fully enjoy them one for one because if you two remember some grumpy old man chanting a cloud text, hey, the Game Awards in the background while I was setting up my now active PC.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm just
you're
like,
going through the installation.
so
I forgot about that.
That's right.
like, dude, Asian, you thought like I had a headache when I talked to you. This man was here on ground zero. Like, this motherfucker wouldn't even turn on. And Drell's like, no, it needs its own outlet. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? But why do we have a 2 outlet system if it needs its own outlet? It's just a powerhouse that's going to take power. And I'm like, what?
It's like around 900 watts of power.
The power, it's the power surge strip. The power strip, it'll overload the power strip. That's what happens.
What, like, dude,
It can't handle that many plugs.
Well, here's the thing. I had a power strip. So I know the 2 outlet system. My bottom outlet was my power strip where I have my monitor, my work stuff. Because you've been over. I have like a studio situation, so it's by my desk. So my desk is my router, my modem, all that stuff. And I gave it its own outlet via the top one. And Joel's like, "Nah, that shit needs its whole fucking
it needs
self.
a whole fucking self
Oh,
by itself.
I've never owned a piece of hardware.
Yep.
I've never owned a piece of hardware that did that before. So mind you, I was terrified when I was like opening the box. First of all, it's heavy, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
When I was opening the box, taking all the foam packaging, and then like I finally got my cord set up. I did it. I had to peel the glass. I had to take the glass off. I had to take the glass off to take the packaging inside it, where the fans are, and the fucking this goddamn GeForce RTX 4090 Ti 16 gigabyte. And also I'm like, cool. Plug it in. Doesn't turn on. What?
It's like the Back to the Future moment.
I was like,
no.
What do you mean? And I'm like, okay, well, there's the power switch. I'm like, okay, circles off, eyes on. Eyes on. It's plugged in. It's plugged in. Power button. Motherfucker. I don't know at what point the Game Awards was on when I was losing my mind when this motherfucking behemoth of a rig and a purchase price was not turning the fuck on, Drill. Kojima could have given a presidential quality speech. I'm in the corner of my room, less like, what the fuck?
No, rightfully so. I mean, especially with how many green trees you spent on that guy. So yeah, I don't blame you as far as like, yo, what is happening? Please help.
that being said, overall, and our group chat blowing up, I think the Game Awards killed it. From Software's from some, I don't know if it's official. I don't know if it's like publicly confirmed or just like a theory at this point that From Software saves debut announcements for the Game Awards. I don't know if that's like officially a thing or we just all know, oh, it's Game Awards, so From Software is gonna drop shit, which they fucking did. I don't know, man. It fucking killed it. Like, again, overall, I know people are like, oh, it's a DLC, and then. But I think they did a great job. Like most award shows, there are parts that are rushed. There are parts that are dragged on. There are parts, there's the rapid fire awards. We all notice is like, here's this guy giving this bitch speech. He's crying. He did all the stuff. And then like, boom, best art, boom, best music, boom, best soundtrack, boom, best indie. You know what I mean? So, but you know, I don't know how it felt like watching it live. Like, but when you and I watched it live the year before, it didn't really feel like a 3 hour long ordeal.
Right.
It kind of flew by. Like Lord of the Rings, I forget that movie was a 3 hour long movie because I'm just like, let's go. Before I know it, it's like it's a charge that we're here. And I'm like, this movie's awesome. It's over. It's 3 hours. I don't give a shit. But no, again, at the end of the day, regardless of what I think, holy fucking shit. As football fans, I went to my first Vikings game. You know, longtime listeners of the show know that flip of a coin, especially when it's football season, flip of a coin. Drell and I start the episode by talking football shit. That being said, the Vikings are 12-2. Let's fucking go. And to say, as popular as American sport football is, regardless you liked or hated the fucking game of the fucking video game awards, God fucking damn, to say you got more viewership than the Super Bowl, Jeff Keighley could fucking retire tomorrow and he'll be a fucking hero. He'll be a hero among the industry. So I loved it. But again, regardless of whatever else thought, that's a number that I will quote that number for quite some time. 16 times the detail and more than the fucking Super Bowl. Some numbers that'll stick in my head. Yeah, that's a crazy fact, man.
Nice. What'd you think, Agent? Did you watch it?
Unfortunately, I did not watch it, largely because I was busy playing Code Vein. Okay. It's my new obsession.
Oh, nice, very nice. Okay, right on. Yeah, I thought it was a solid show. It did not feel like it was 3 hours. They you know, it's funny because, you know, on one side of the spectrum it's like, man, like they like rush these other awards, but then like in hindsight it's like, do they really need to be like, really need to be like on the main stage for like, you know, like esports person or whatever the case may be. So I like the format of the show personally. I think they really went through, it was very smooth. Definitely some dope, some surprise announcements when it comes to some gameplay stuff. I mean, I remember Church, we're all corresponding in the group chat, and he was like, I freaked out, you know, when it was time for the Elden Ring, co-op standalone thing, which is just pretty nuts. You know, so yeah, definitely some exciting things. Because I remember I was freaking out the last Game Awards when Kojima was releasing little snippets of that game, you know, and I was like, oh my god, no, Kojima, you know, and it really came out of that door.
Clean up on Isle Jarrell's pants.
You know, so yeah, definitely, yeah. So this is another solid year, I think. As far as for the awards, man, I feel like it's funny. I think for the most part, you know, for who they chose for what, I think for the most part, I agreed with just about everything. Astrobot made perfect sense. I should have fucking chose it for Game of the Year. I don't know why I didn't. I should have chose for Game of the Year. I definitely think Fantasio.
Metaphor Fantasio. I thought you were about to be like Men in the Tights. I'm like, we're not talking about Mel Brooks, okay?
Shout out to Mel Brooks. Metaphor Fantasio. Yeah, I thought that definitely deserved it. Just as far as like the vibe from everyone was saying like, yo, this game's awesome. Church was talking about it as well. Yeah. 10 hours for the demo. I'm like, yo, that's fantastic. I'm gonna be jumping on that soon. But I feel like that was gonna win that. Interesting, the Black Myth Wukong one. I don't know if it was the main dev or whatever, but he was a little disappointed as far as him not winning Game of the Year. But I think they won what they should have won. You know what I mean? I think they won because I think it was, I forgot which thing it won, but it won like at least one or two awards. So
they won was deserved, and they won 10. You know, they won 10 million players to watch.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was kind of silly for Helldivers 2 to win for best ongoing game. I'm like, bro, the game just came out this year.
That was the one. Yeah, that was the one category where even people are like Helldivers fans like best ongoing game. Hey, these past like 4 months have been great. We're like, because like, go ahead, Agent.
No, that's right. It was like, yeah, these past 4 months after the debacle with the PlayStation.
Sony.
Right.
Yeah, Sony. Man, definitely player count dipped after that. Yeah,
I wonder if that's why they felt it. I wonder if that's why they won. Like best ongoing game. The first month was great. Second, so much dog shit. But the third month, you guys brought it back. Best ongoing game. Because like Agent, for context, like best ongoing game. These are games that have been out for years. Like No Man's Sky won either last year or the year before. And how long has that fucking game been out? No, last year Cyberpunk won for best ongoing game.
Well deserved. I was really proud of that one.
Oh, nice.
Because of the Edge Runners update. And that was even before Phantom Liberty was even out. So that's what we're talking about, like best ongoing game, like updates, patches, community notes, content to keep the people engaged. And for a single player RPG to win best ongoing game, we're like, holy shit, yeah. The Edge Runners update brought everyone to it increased really Netflix's subscriptions. It brought people back to the game.
Yeah.
The year before that was No Man's Sky. So again, for Helldivers 2, like I said, as much as I love freedom, there's one category I'm like, maybe not the best one.
Yeah, maybe. Debatable, but understandable. But
hey, wins the win. Wins the win, boys.
Win. Yeah, wins
win. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so you have that. But yeah, I thought as far as for pretty much almost everybody, everyone who got the awards was it's warranted. I was like, yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. This makes sense. So, and man, very close year as far as for, I know we had a bet and whatnot. And you came out on top, man. So congrats to you, Arthur.
Back to back. 2 times.
I was a little upset with myself. There's a couple of those where I was like, God damn it, why didn't I just go with it? Why didn't I just like agree with you guys on various X, Y, and Z things? So I got my gut on some of those things, but I was like, fuck. But yeah. Any what was there anything in the awards where you're like, what was that about? I know there was I know what you're gonna say.
I think you remembered it. The one time the award show got really sentimental and was like, hey, a lot of people got fired this year because billionaire's gonna billionaire. Laid off, as they say.
Yes. And it was rough to fetch.
And the Game Awards addressed this. And they even created a whole new category of awards. It's not like an award like a Game of the Year, here's your nominees. It's more like a sentimental, like Jarrell, what's the NFL award for like most charitable player? It's like the Arthur Blatt Award, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like, you know what I mean? It's more like a person. So pretty much they have like their own like game changer award, Pathfinder award. It goes to an individual or an entity that like really put the best the gaming forefront, best foot forward, best heart forward. And so there was this guy that kind of just like, I forget what he did. Like he gave people jobs or gave people community, gave people like software infrastructure to keep working or like put the resumes out or like keep busy. I kind of forget what he did. And he ended up winning this like Game Changer of the Year award. And I don't know that the numbers back it up, but it felt like by far he had like the longest speech. And I felt like it kind of dragged on, but the reason I say it kind of dragged on because I'm used to award shows pacing. I'm used to video game award shows pacing. So it was like, so when you go like best soundtrack, best editing, best bam, like you get like 4 awards in like 60 seconds. It's like the winner is this, okay, and the winner is this, and the winner is this. And this guy was kind of like, I want to thank my grandparents, and I want to thank my parents. I want to thank this, and then he got tearful. I get it's been an emotional year. Like I'm not going to deny that. But again, just for the context, at least when I'm used to, my muscle memory kicked in. I was like, hey, this guy ever watched the Chappelle Show? Wrap it up box. Just like, and so it's really funny because Church and Drawer gave me shit. But then, Church, I don't know if Church has really watched the Video Game Awards start to finish in one sitting. So he was like, what the fuck, man? There's like a sentimental moment of the show. People lost their jobs, man. Like right before the holidays. What the fuck,
sound
Arthur?
like me. I was like...
Yeah, you would almost forget Church was... You would almost forget that Church complained that Stalker 2 got delayed because the Ukrainian fucking war. So Ukrainian war, yo, guys, do your fucking job. Some guy's crying on stage. Arthur, give him his moment. What the fuck? This is the same guy. But and then Church is like, oh, Arthur, what the fuck? And then what happens right after that, Drill? It's like rapid fire award. He's like, oh shit, so they just don't give people their time. I'm like, exactly. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't like bad on the show because that's gonna be a new thing moving forward. It was just a juxtaposition or like the shift from like rapid fire award, long, lengthy, drawn out, crying, emotional speech to rapid fire award.
Arthur's the guy that fast forward the rest in peace section on the Oscars.
Yeah. He's the one who skips the cutscene and let me explain things.
I'm just like, we've had like 30 episodes of like layoffs, and then all of a sudden, when someone's actually trying to do something about it,
Yo, Arthur, the Lord. Man,
it's
there's
like,
some really deep
yo,
lore here.
fuck all that beat.
No, fuck up.
Let's get to the awards.
I'm just saying this is like an award. I'm just saying for the timing and editing and pacing of the video game awards, it was different. I'm not saying it's a bad moment. I'm just saying to fly like, hey, there's a moment. Hey, there's an opportunity to make a joke. Your boy's gonna fucking make it. So that's just what happened. And then, yeah, like I said, for my defense, even Church was like, Arthur, that's kind of fucked up. And then what happened? 30 fucking seconds later, bam, 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 bam. He's like, oh shit, we don't give a fuck about these people. I'm like, welcome to the Game Awards.
I mean, I think one thing that is not hypocritical, but and not towards you, just towards like the Game Awards in itself, right? Is that, and to me, it's just a problem with the country in general. But it's like you have like mass layoffs, when it comes to corporations wanting to just, billionaire, like we said, billionaire wants a billionaire, and then, it's like they give an award for someone like, oh, thanks for, creating this thing where it helps people get jobs and like, filters different things. So it makes it easier for them to apply and all this stuff. But it takes like one guy that's like, hey, I need to do something, and get up and do it, versus like anybody else in the industry that has way more resources and way more money that could help out these developers easily, but they decide not to because it's a capitalist society and people don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm just like, it's like this is where capitalism fails, where it's just like, why does the little guy have to like donate? It's like teachers donate. It's like teachers like spending their own money for like stuff like when it comes to like resources for classrooms. You know what I mean? It's just like we have the money. It's just because of this bullshit system. It's like, no one really gives a fuck, and it's all built on like, people have to do fundraising and all this bullshit, because no one wants to actually spend to say, to actually like they gives a shit about society. But anyway, off my high horse.
I'll play Church's advocate to that. Hey man, dude, these corporations got to say the bottom line, okay? They got to make their financial goals, or more people getting laid off. Jarrell, okay, do you want like 4,000 people being laid off or 5,000? Consider yourself.
You should have spent more on 7 out of 10 games.
You should have bought, Jarrell, you should have bought Concord 5 times.
Classic Church. But yeah, so that's really all I had to say as far as the Game Awards. I think it was great. I'm really excited to see what's gonna be coming out next year. Well, obviously we got a little bit of a sneak peek, right? What did you guys think about the last game? It was the next game. Kind of a big deal, right? Because Naughty Dog is like their first like new IP that they've worked on for X number of years.
Yeah.
Intergalactic something of the somethings.
Yeah, my 2 cents on that is, first off, Queekets get fucking over games with like a second subtitle. I'm just call it Intergalactic. We don't need to call it Intergalactic, the Revenging of the Second Son, awakening the sequel. Like, what the fuck we talk about? Like, everyone's doing.
Don't you want to play Ninja Storm, Naruto Shippuden Ninja Storm 3?
No, I want to play Naruto fucking 3. I want to watch. I did not watch Joker 2, but we don't need to call it Joker Part 2: The Folly of blah 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 blah. Hey, you guys want to see a Harley Quinn movie? No. Hey, how about Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey, the Harley? I'm like, just name your fucking movie. Just name your game. So that was like my first thing with it. The soundtrack was very nostalgic. Not in the sense it was like 80s, 90s, like, well, Arthur had the 90s thing. Like, no. Like, even more specific. Joel and I, you and I were talking about this in the group chat. When Intergalactic got shown, we knew it was going to be a new IP. We knew that. But the second that music started playing, I'm like, this is like the Mass Effect 1 pause music. This is the Mass Effect 1 menu music. Don't fucking tell me it's not. This is like 2 keys off from the Mass Effect 1 menu music. So people are like, it's nostalgic for the 90s. I'm like, this isn't nostalgic for Mass Effect. What are we fucking talking about? I think it's gonna be okay. Once again, people are like, oh, this woman's bald. I can't fuck her. I don't want to play the game. I can't jack off to this. Who's gonna buy this fucking game? I'm like, okay, cool. You boo. But again, people are like, oh, it's gone woke. They made an ugly fucking bitch the fucking main character. And it's like, I don't know what we're talking about here. We saw nothing of the game. Saying that, because we've seen nothing in the game, a couple things, Drell. Because we've seen no gameplay, we've only seen a CGI trailer. This is BioWare, and this is supposedly the same company that was just making Dragon Age, who's also
this isn't BioWare, it's Naughty Dog.
Oh, yeah. I totally. You know what? Drell is the Mass Effect. Drell is the Mass Effect music.
Up
until I know you said
we're all trying to figure. We all thought it was Mass Effect, and they were like, "Wait, it's not Mass Effect."
I know you said Naughty Dog twice. That's on me. That's on me. Okay, so this is a Naughty Dog. Okay, sorry. This is Naughty Dog. I totally thought it was. I thought it was BioWare this whole time. Fuck. Okay, well here's my thing. Short version. I'm skeptical. That's just me. This is the year. I know we're gonna do a year interview. This was the year, Jarrell, where fucking AAA games reminded us why you do not pay two fucking shits about CGI trailers. Yeah. You wait till that gameplay drops. You wait till the beta drops. You wait till the demo drops. You wait till day fucking one to even touch that fucking game. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying welcome to the new age of AAA games where I'm skeptical as fuck for it.
Yeah. No, I mean, rightfully so, right? And I will say in its defense, you know, when it comes to history, when it comes to titles and whatnot, this is setting up for a saga, Star Wars: A New Hope, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, Return of the King. So obviously we're going to see a 3-parter at least, I think, for this, and hopefully the game does well enough where there should be 3 parts, right? But as far as for the game, I mean, it seems interesting because one thing where I was like, okay, this isn't Mass Effect because there was too much like comedy, like a quote unquote comedy, you know what I mean, in the game for the trailer. So I was like, okay, I'm a little worried about that. I'm worried because like I don't know if Naughty Dog knows how to write true comedy, right? Like as far as for Neil Druckmann, he's a master, I think, at writing dramatic stuff for video games. Like he does an incredible job on that. Comedy, I don't know. Comedy's hard to write. You know what I mean? Like it's like there's certain games that are like laugh your ass off. You know, when it comes to Stick of Truth or.
I want you to talk about Dragon Age: The Veilguard is fucking hilarious.
I made it the wrong way, but true. The Maybelline game, but yeah, like I mean, the graphics look great. You know, and I'm curious to see how the gameplay will be because once again, to your point. This doesn't mean anything for the majority of players because we don't know how the game is going to play. We've been burned way too many times on pretty looking games that turn out working like shit, you know, or they're just not good games or whatever. So, you know, we have to take it for what it is, though. You know, it was just hey, this is a thing. It's coming out. You know what I mean?
Announcement trailer.
Yeah, so we will get more gameplay. We'll get all that stuff over time. I know the team's excited about it. I just hope that it's not like a Concord situation where they try too hard as far as like, hey, this is a comedy, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then it just fucking tanks. Like they really, I feel like they need to sell this character to everyone that like, okay, they're gonna be cool playing with this person. Like it can't be like a Forspoken situation where like this character like sucks, like it's really terribly written. Like you're not gonna get a 3-part series out of that. So that's kind of my concern for it. I'm hopeful. I'm more hopeful than skeptical because it is Naughty Dog, and I think they're gonna they should be making an engaging, you know, story. Hopefully it's not too, you know, quote unquote woke or whatever. But I'm curious. What any thoughts, Asian?
There we go. I'm just glad there's an Asian in there.
There's an Asian chick. I'll take it. Hey, I don't blame you.
That.
I don't.
People.
It's my people. I feel represented.
Representation, baby. Representation. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Just don't fuck her. Just don't fuck her up.
I'm also hoping for maybe close customization. Usually whenever games have like bald characters, there's some customization involved. Like you can wear a hat usually. I always think of hats like Team Fortress. Oh yeah, you always end up wearing a hat somehow.
I love how
the trailer. The trailer, you're like, God, I really hope you can put a hat.
Yeah, I can put a hat on it.
Cover that shit up. Oh my God,
that's hilarious.
I want to do some customization. I want to make my Asian even look even better.
I don't know. In my opinion, she's perfect. If we disagree, you should not disagree with that. She's fucking perfect. But that's funny. That's hilarious. It's like, oh, cool. She's bald. I can't wait to fucking put on a hat.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
It's something I always think about. Yeah, because whenever you have hair and stuff, it clips through assets and stuff, unless you don't plan it out. But if you don't have hair at all, putting hats makes it easier. To put on extra assets. So if you have equipment and all that stuff that would show up on the characters, yeah, it would be much easier to have a bald character.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
Drill, I have a question on Intergalactic. So this is 90 Dog, right? If this is a success, do you think in 2 or 3 years we'll see a remaster part 1?
Oh man, you know that whole train is gonna be. They're gonna milk the shit out of that. You know what I mean? Which is so annoying with the Last of Us stuff, where it's just like we're gonna see at least 2 remakes per game.
Did anybody ask for this remake?
I don't fucking think so.
I don't think so, but we're gonna do it anyway.
It's so annoying. Yeah, I fucking hate it.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That's also becoming a Sony thing. Like, no one asked for like the Horizon remake, and it's like,
yeah,
cool.
I mean, yeah, it's a good game, but
remake?
Does it need a remake? A remaster? Does it need a remaster? Is it really that necessary?
right. It's like the last one was fine.
Yeah, the last one was fine.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Another big surprise, for the Game Awards, the kind of people are a little controversy around this one too, but The Witcher 4, right? They announced The Witcher 4, did that CG trailer, which is funny because they said that like the recording, the capturing was like on a PC, but they didn't say what NVIDIA card they were using, which I thought was interesting. They just said, oh, it's on like this architecture, and like Digital Foundry was like, that could be like any card, because they're like, if this is on this type of rendering, it's like this could be any freaking video card. Like what is it, So
if my computer can handle it at launch, I'm throwing this thing through the fucking window.
No, you should get your money back, because it should 100% run it very well. But yeah, so I mean, the game looks nice as far as that CG, like CG trailer once again looks nice. And you're playing, I forgot her name.
You're playing the voice of Apple, Siri.
Is her name Siri with a C,
name's Siri.
right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah, it was Siri.
okay, so I'm curious, because first I thought, and I need to play entirely The Witcher 3. I technically haven't finished it, but
the majority of people haven't. The stats show.
Because I thought Gerald died, so that's why when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, cool, like you're playing a Siri now, because I thought Gerald was like, he was done, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of people that are like, what the fuck, oh, come we're not playing Gerald, like this is disappointing. And I guess the developers, they're taking it to heart. They're like, we understand your guys' concerns, like, but we, like, they kind of want to prove to everybody, like, hey, like, this is going to be a character that you are going to play. And I think it's going to be fine. These people are bitching because it's like, I can't play a guy with a cock,
This is Cyberpunk. Female V, this is the people that made Cyberpunk. Female V is dope.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, and then like a lot of the times too, I feel like, and we've talked about this before on the show too, but as far as female voice actors, for some reason, they're
really, really good.
They're really good. They're arguably better than a lot of the male voice actors for a lot of games. I can't say for everything, but like, even like, I love playing female Shepherd, and I was like a complete bitch as far as from my personality in the game. Like, stop being a cunt and give me this. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking crazy. The plane's crashing. Yeah.
You show up on the Citadel, some reporters on your face. Ooh, I'm gonna write sugar.
Oh, I've got
so good. Fucking
right, exactly. Yeah, you fucking decker the face.
Decker it out.
Yeah, crazy.
I have a question, because Agent, you're kind of usually a walking lore master. How did Witcher 3 end? Do you know?
Witcher 3?
Don't spoil it, bro.
I actually don't know how Witcher 3 ended. I never made it that far.
In my defense, 9 times out of 10, I play a game and I'm like, okay, hey, I'm in Act 2. I haven't been paying attention. Asian, what happened in the last game? And what happened in Act 1 I didn't pay attention to? Okay, so here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Everyone's just like,
okay, cool. And proceeds to skip this. And proceeds to skip the cutscene. Like,
so you bring Arthur, I don't skip, up to speed on a lot of stuff.
I don't skip cutscenes. I ignore journal things. If they're reading it, and I'm like, oh, cool, that guy exploded with blood. dude, that was a sheriff from the town that exploded with blood. I'm like, oh, dude, I just heard explode with blood. That's all I got
It's
the
like
cliff
TLDR. It's like, yo, give me the TLDR. What is
yeah,
this?
some guy blew up. Some guy was a blood bomb. Dude, that was a sheriff we helped like an act ago. He's dead, and his daughter wants to avenge him. Oh, that was that guy. Oh, bummer. So anyway,
man, we helped that guy. Oh, dead. He's dead now.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes to like lore or some shit in games, I'm just like that meme of like, oh. So anyway, but Witcher 4, I'm hyped for it. Again, from the company that won the best ongoing game, Cyberpunk, I think they're back at it. I think they learned their lesson. If we were to bet what AAA company can shit the bed, Bungie, 343, EA, Ubisoft, BioWare, they're all up there. So when CG Project Red shit the bed with Cyberpunk at launch, it pissed a lot of people off because it was the biggest fall from grace. Like for me, EA has been shit for years. So like Age and I played Battlefield 5, and to this day we swear we played like a handful of matches, and the only fun we had was just building sandbags. And so to go from Battlefield 5 to when Battlefield 24 gets announced, I'm like, oh well, here's my expectations are here. Oh, the game is here. Oh, cool. It's a 2-foot jump in the shit. But for CG Project Red with Cyberpunk, that like going from Witcher 3 to Cyberpunk at launch, it was like, what the fuck? So I really think they learned their lesson from Cyberpunk's launch. So I think they're gonna do right by this game. I don't care the main character is Ciri. I haven't watched the Witcher series past season 2, but I know they were making Ciri more of a main character, and to a point, at least during Henry Cavill's time there, it was relatively loyal to the books. And so I wanted more of Ciri's story. Go through play Witcher 3. Like most people, I haven't finished the fucking game. So I'm excited to see more of her. I don't know much of the Witcher lore, but Witcher 3 has been forever one of those games I keep rebuying because that shit goes on sale for like every fucking year. So I haven't played it yet. I own the Game of the Year edition. I bought the Game of the Year edition for like $10 on an Xbox sale like 3 years ago. I still haven't touched it. But I'm hyped for it.
I think I have it on Steam. I think I bought it a while ago on Steam. I gotta double check.
It's on sale right now.
Is it? Okay.
It's on sale.
I'll have to double check because I'm like, did I buy 1 or 2? I was trying to remember, but yeah, I'll buy 3 if that's the case. But
you know what?
Pretty sure it's on Xbox. I don't remember off the top of my head. Was it on Xbox?
It was. Asian, I bought it, so you have it.
Okay, yeah. I
bought the Game of the Year edition.
I
bought the Game of the Year edition. I bought the Game of the Year edition. Real quick. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is on Steam right now for $8.
Holy shit. Okay.
The complete edition is $10 right now on Steam.
Jesus Christ. See, I got you the Steam, baby. The Steam sales are nuts, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Asian, I wanted to ask you. I mean, how do you feel about The Witcher? Are you a big fan of the series, or how do you feel about the 4th one?
I'm more. What was it? Since I never actually finished. I started playing Witcher 3, did not finish it. I did watch the show, the Netflix show. In terms of the newest one, like, oh hey, yeah, it feels like the show has always been setting up Ciri as the next, the next Witcher, the next generation. So it honestly makes sense to have her, have her own game. Honestly, from my opinion. Plus, I just like playing a female character. I'm a little biased.
As am I. But no, I agree. I think it makes a lot of sense too. So I'm excited for it personally.
I was gonna say, let the record show these two like to play female characters because they're bi-assed. Is what they like looking at. Sorry, low hanging fruit. Had to do it.
My goodness.
I just recently played Cloak and Dagger and Rivals, and I'm like, I do not mind watching her walk away. Yeah. So sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
So when I played Rivals not too long ago, Asian, you saw I was streaming. So when I was playing Cloak and Dagger, I'm like, damn. So
yeah.
So female characters, they're right with me.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about too. Speaking of, and I don't think this game's co-op, but I know there is one that will be coming out soon. Your boy that is the director from, or the creator of It Takes Two, or the main guy, has got that new new game coming out. What was the name of that one? I'm trying to remember.
I don't fucking know. Asian Day One, you and I are gonna stream Coop, the new game by the maker of It Takes Two and No Way Out.
Yeah.
Shoot, I forgot what was it. What was it? It
It
takes.
looks.
Ah.
Yeah.
There's a new one. Like he has a new game.
There's a new one. There's a new game. I just forgot what it was called.
I forgot what it's called. He's one of the guys, Drill. Like he can talk and show a gameplay trailer. I'm like, I'm all in. Face first into the shallow end of the pool. I'm all in on his fucking games. You know, when it comes
Split
to
Fiction. That's what it is. Split Fiction by Haze Light.
Yeah,
Haze Light.
There's like two people writing a book or writing a game, and one person's in a fantasy, one person's in the sci-fi. Yeah.
I love that one. I love that only one of the two people have to have a copy of the game. I think that's amazing.
He did that for It Takes Two too. He did that for It Takes Two. He did that for It Takes Two as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Yeah.
And reminder, this is the maker of this game is the same guy that was like, fuck the Oscars at like the Video Game Awards a couple years ago. So I'm all in his shit. You know, as much as I shit on EA as a publisher and an in-house developer, they're like sub studios, a part of them, they have a lot of good ones. And this guy's definitely one of them. This guy has yet to make a bad fucking game. And I don't think this is going to be it. The main characters are named after his daughters, which means I think he put a lot of fucking effort into this. Like he's not going to have his legacy. I'm saying legacy, but like he's not going to name like dumb fucking characters after his children. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Shitty game, and then you name the characters after his kids. Yeah. This is going to be like the best game he's ever made. So
my kids' names are attached to this. Damn right, I'm going to put my heart in this.
That'd be funny if that's like a way for developers to know who has like favorites. Look at this cool character. That's my firstbborn son. Like, look at this dumb fucking idiot. That's the sibling. That's you. That's the younger sibling.
That's his cousin.
It didn't do well. Oh, you know what? That's my daughter's fault. Yeah, she. That's where you put the blame on them too.
That's hilarious, yo. That's ridiculous. But yeah, that one should be good. So I'm very curious to see how that turns out. I know that's going to be a good game there, but yeah. So of course, you know, it's when it comes to PC, obviously if we're staying on PC here, since Arthur has the crazy powerhouse PC.
First time we have had all PC gamers on the show.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. It's funny. I was going to talk about something very PC-ish, but it might be too much in the PC world. I was going to talk about Asian, the Intel Arc 580. That's everyone's B580 that everyone's freaking out because it's like the graphical performance is like just as good, if not better, than an RTX 460 or 470 even, and it's like 250. Which is like incredibly cheap in the PC world for a GPU. So everyone's freaking the fuck out about that. But hopefully I can get that so I can upgrade my goddamn video card. So I don't look too much like a bitch. I'm like, damn, I just got the 490 Ti. You know, it's like $800 video card, you know.
470, not a 490.
Oh, 470?
Yeah,
okay.
It's 470 Ti.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's $600-$800 video card.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, definitely. Hopefully, I can grab the goddamn Intel Arc B580 because that one's been outside for a while. But speaking of PC, going over to PC games. I mean, man, $30 goes a long way, right? With Path of Exile 2. God damn.
Path of Exile 2 is so fun.
Right.
Traversion better than Diablo. It's better than Diablo. When I say better than Diablo, I'm having more fun with this than I did my favorite Diablo game, Diablo 2. I've been playing a necromancer type character for years in a plethora of games because of Diablo 2, and I can't say this enough. This character and this type of Diablo-like top-down AARPG, action adventure RPG, this has my favorite necromancer summoning style character to date, bar none. Diablo 2 used to be my favorite necromancer. Path of Exile 2, easily out of the park. My favorite necromancer by far. Asian $30 early access, buy the game. I don't know about you guys. I think maybe Asian, because I know the type of games we play. I know the way we play. We have to really calculate. Fuck. What if I do this? What if I skill this way? What if I pick this skill? Do I waste a point? Asian Path of Exile. The powers, the abilities are like the Ascent. They're loot based, and it's quite common. So it's not like, oh, let me try out this move. oh fuck, I wasted a point now because I have a flame wall that scales shit. Because that's what happened in Diablo 4 all the time. Early level, you have a move that's fun and powerful, but the second you get to like the later acts in the game, you're like, God damn, this move stopped killing this move can't kill an ant. So it scales bad. But you don't know that, but now you're fucking invested. You've built your build on it, you have legendaries with it, you have epics about it, and now you're like, God fuck, I fucking wasted all these legendaries building up this one build. This game, it's all loot based, man. So like I can like they can drop a skill gem. I can use it to try out this new skill, knowing I'm gonna get another skill gem in like fucking 20 minutes. Like, and it's loot based. You can put in your stash, you can fucking bring it back out, you can fucking equip it, you can take it off, you can same thing with support gems. It's all loot based. They dropped a support gem, they dropped a skill gem. So because the core mechanic of making their skills loot based, this is one of the most freeing, like open control. I know it's not the word open control, but like I'm in control. I can play however the fuck I want to play with what feels like zero regrets. I love Cyberpunk, but you can't respec your skill points. You can respec your attribute points, but if you've locked in of level 10, like if you're max level,
I think it's the other way around.
The other way around.
The attributes, you can't respect your attributes, your strength, your stuff like that, but your skills you can respect your skills. Yeah,
exactly, but one of the two ways you're locked in. So if you pick this, whoops, sorry, this game you're not. I know people are talking about the skill tree or the skill forest. That's actually not your skill tree. That is your passive skill tree, meaning like, oh, I leveled up, now do I want 10% more damage or 10% more armor? Do I want dexterity? Do I want intelligence? Actually, and even further, I did even more choice. Asian, do you remember late game Diablo where, remember that puzzle board when you level up your progress? It's like a puzzle board.
Yeah.
Picture that, but every piece that does attribute dexterity, strength, or intelligence, you choose. So it's not like I want this thing over here, but I don't give a shit about the dexterity, the intelligence, the strength.
On the way there, yeah.
All the way, I want this thing. And this game, all your again, that skill forest that understandably has made all the memes because it's daunting. That's your passive, but every piece of that passive skill tree, that's an attribute. It's +5 to whatever of your fucking choice. It's +5 dexterity or intelligence or strength or strength. So imagine that late game Diablo board, but you can choose a destination, but your journey along the way, you pick what you want to pick. You're not locked in intelligence. You're not locked into strength. You're not locked into dexterity. You can pick whether you want what you want the plus on, and then you just choose your path. So and you can respec it. In fact, one of the biggest complaints was it costed a lot of in-game money, not real money, but like in-game money to respec it. Early on, like a week after it launched early release, they already dial back how much they lowered the cost of what it costs to respec.
Nice.
So again, Path of Exile 2, play it. It's $30 or wait till it comes out. But I highly suggest you play it. It's very fun. I'm loving the game. It's like I said, it's my favorite Necromancer I've ever played in a top-down dungeon-like game. Can't recommend it enough. Jarrell knows I know life the living shit out of it that first weekend.
Oh yeah, I see on the Steam. It's like, oh, look at that. Oh, there's on Steam. Oh, he's playing Path of Exiles. Hey, let's go.
And that's the thing too, Jarrell. $30 goes a long way. This shit is not $70. This shit's not a Game Pass Ultimate $20 subscription. This shit is $30 at launch. When it does launch, it will be free, completely free at launch. $30 is early access, and even further, if you technically think about Jarrell, I was talking about this technically of how you want to mentally budget it. I like to word it as the game is still technically free, and what you're spending $30 on is Asian. There's a micro, of course, it's a free game. There's a microtransaction store, right? But because you bought the $30 version, guess what? They give you $30 worth of real currency. Like what? That's fucking insane. Can you imagine? Like that? It's not like, oh, you paid $30, here's $5 worth, here's $10 worth. They give you $30 worth of their microtransaction money.
They match it. It's like a 401k.
Okay, you know that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So
At least, yeah, for sure, you'll be getting something out of this.
and you get your exact dollar for dollar back. So that's like
Yeah,
the way I just tell the game, aka wink wink nudge 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 Asian, play this game so we can fucking try it this weekend.
I see.
It is again, you pay $30. What do you get? $30 of in-game currency worth. What do you also get for 30 in-game currency worth? The fucking game. And here's another thing, Asian, for you too. It's not four-player co-op. This bitch is six-player cooperative.
Oh,
Even further, it's couch cooperative, and like the old days of Halo, the couch coop can go online.
Yeah, it's
for a free fucking
unheard
game.
Of. Unheard of in 2024, 2025.
A free game is six-player cooperative, and unheard of. That's Jill's point. Unheard of. Couch coop can go online. Halo can't even fucking do that, and Halo was what made that shit famous.
oh,
yeah, pretty incredible. It's I mean, definitely think Arthur nailed down a lot of the specific details. I'm usually not a top-down player too much. I mean, I bought Diablo before, but like I don't play really that much anymore.
You bottom down, dirty dog.
Well, I should check out the trailer for it. I might actually buy it right now.
It's pretty incredible value. I mean, it's a really well thought out game, and it's it's the real deal. It's probably the most advanced skill tree I've ever seen when it comes to a game. I like how you can decide which attribute to upgrade or whatnot. The graphics are really dope. I like the zoom in. I like the zoom in feature. You can really see your characters. It's not like some top down bullshit. You can really zoom in pretty well.
It's way closer than Diablo 4.
But yeah, a lot closer. And then like the animation of like killing shit is crazy. Really
so good.
Dope. Yeah, it was so funny. I was being a fool because I wasn't sure how to use some of them, like my attacks or whatever. And then once I figured it out, like I was like, oh, my guy's a lot cooler than I thought. I was like, slam, just
like I was an agent. I'll talk about Mega Necromancer. This also has the highest minion count I've ever had to date. At one point, I peaked with 25 minions, and Drell's over here, like, not leveling up his skills. He's like, my sword and shield's pretty cool. And I roll up with an army 25 fucking deep.
Yeah, oh boy, steamrolls. I was like, holy shit. So yeah, it's incredible. I highly recommend it. Asian. I think you're gonna love it. I think you're fucking love it.
Is there a mage? I play mages.
There's two. There are a couple things in the classes. I don't remember them all. I'll do my best. Left to right, the character selection, not creation, character selection screen, because there is no character creation. Diablo's like, look, all the character creation. Path of Exile 2 is like, fuck you, you're gonna pick our character and you're gonna love it.
Right.
And I do. So it's monk, barbarian, witch, which is what I am, sorcerer, and ranger. There's like subsects, like 3 subcategories of each kind. So I'm a witch that's a minion witch, aka necromancer. So depending what you like, flip of a coin, you might like the witch or the sorcerer. I don't know. So yeah, exactly. Asian. Not only Asian, you're like, is there a mage caster? Motherfucker, there are 2. So and here's the thing too. Don't feel locked in like, fuck, I picked the wrong subsect. All that happens, the only difference is when you choose a different like subcategory, is it chooses your starting location on the skill tree, because they give it like a circle and there's 4 points. So I'm going up. But even if let's say I started as, let's say, a lightning mage, which starts me right, I could eventually just connect back up and do that if I want to spend the points on it. So all that really changes is it determines kind of your starting path. You're not locked in. You can use to a point whatever weapon you want as long as you have the right thing. Like if I raise my dexterity, I can use a crossbow. Fuck it. And that's what the powers, because Drew, I know you've noticed this too. The powers you can pick, they're not only based on your fucking character, dude. They're based on your weapons. So if I wanted to be a shield mace mage, I can level up abilities for a shield and a mace. But because I'm a wand person, I'm leveling up wand shit. So again, if you're like, you know what, I'm gonna be a battle fucking mage, and you know, like you want to be a battle mage and go shield and fucking mace, guess what? You can level up your mage powers, your sorcerer, witch powers, and then you can level up your your weapon powers, shield or whatever you want to fucking do. So again, and here's the thing too, they loot the higher levels. I'm at 2. They loot you gems like crazy. It's not like you're wasting a point.
Ah.
Yeah, man. Crazy shit.
I will go ahead and add it to my. I'll add it to my wish list for now.
It's $30.
Yeah, it's great. It's really dope.
I would say two last things I will add about this game, like Drell said, because it's close to GC dimensions. But the other thing I'll mention too, it's kind of harder, but not in a bad way. That's why I was joking. It's like, what if Dark Souls made a Diablo game? Because when you're fighting bosses, 2 things. It's even though there's just as much happening, even though I have 25 fucking minions, it's nowhere near as clusterfucky as Diablo. I can't explain it. I have more than 5 times the minions I had in Diablo 4, but I know exactly where I am. I know exactly where my minions are. I know exactly where my friends are. I know exactly where the boss is. I don't get lost in the screen, and I've never had that playing a top-down Diablo game. Secondly, this game is a little more difficult, but it's not bad. It's difficult in the sense that, hey, dodge, you need to dodge. You need to look at the ground. It's like the bot. It's like you will die. Put this way, it's very rare that you may, not very, but kind of rare or noticeable. You know, I'll keep downscaling. It's noticeable that you're gonna find yourself not beating a lot of bosses the first try, or barely surviving by the fucking hair on your chin, you beat a boss the first try. It's beefier. It's like Dark Souls, but it's like not Dark Souls. It's like Diablo, but beefier. Like you walk a little slower, but it doesn't really feel like it. Your dodge roll doesn't go as far as it used to, like in Diablo 3, but doesn't feel like it. So that's why that's like, and it's really grittier. So that's why I'm saying it's kind of, like I said, that's like the best way to describe it. It's kind of like with like a From Software game tried making a top-down dungeon crawler.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff indeed.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, one of the last things, as far as we're closing out the episode, man, I mean, the free-to-play categories as far as the games are like crazy. Like Rival Rivals, fantastic. Like shit works day one. You know what I mean? And then it was up to, what was it? How many players? It was like 400,000 starting out.
At launch. Yeah. So at launch, Overwatch. So the day Rivals dropped, the Rivals dropped, Overwatch 2 had like 21,000 people, and Rivals had over 400,000.
Yeah, Rivals is great. I think it's solid. It's a solid game. Highly recommend it. Have you played Rivals, Agent?
No, not yet. I haven't had a chance. But yeah. Just from watching Arthur play it, I was like, oh, this is a very nice view. I definitely like the view.
Yeah, definitely dope. But yeah, freaking great. Obviously, Helldivers is dope. We got our asses handed to us
Asian, remember when we were all playing Outriders together like crazy? Yeah. And then we went back and played Gears of War and got our shit handed it to us? That happened with Drill and I and Helldivers. We've been playing Rivals and Path of Exile, mainly Path of Exile, right? And then we go back to Helldivers to try the new update because the new enemy, the Illuminati, dropped. Yeah. And we're like, yeah, let's go. Did not go well. Did not go well.
We got because they added like a bunch of different and this was like what, like on the hard mode too. They added like 6 other difficulties in the fucking
oh yeah, you know what? People seem to want to have it even harder, so let's go ahead and make it even harder.
They're like, this is what you want, this is what you fucking want. So yeah, they
here you go, make it harder.
Yeah, they turned it up like crazy. So And the game still looks dope as well as the patches, the different color schemes they've added. Like the game looks dope, so I'm really curious. And then obviously the last thing was an update as far as like some Killzone skins, which I'm really curious about. I'm hoping it's kind of an ode as far as like there will be a new Killzone coming out.
Helldivers update.
Helldivers update. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm curious to see how that goes along. Even fucking Delta Force, even though like it looks kind of hokey, but like the gameplay is good. The gameplay is good. There was over 40,000 people playing the game. Nobody's playing Battlefield 2042 at this point. But yeah,
that's kind of funny. I just recently downloaded Battlefield 2042, whatever. I don't even remember the name.
Yeah,
like, I downloaded it just to give it a try. Hey, this is kind of fun. Anyway, I'm gonna uninstall it now.
Yeah, just go ahead and install Delta Force. It's pretty damn good. It's not the most like it's not Battlefield 1, but it's still pretty fucking good. So
and it's free.
Yeah, and it's free to download. So Attack and Defend. There's only a few modes right now, but Attack and Defend is dope because it's literally like 64 players, like literally, because I remember like there's some games where it was like, oh, up to 64 players, but because of the servers, like it never really was up to 64 players. But for PC, it's like, no, this is 64 players, and it feels like it, especially when you're attacking, and it's like a huge fucking map, and like the music is blazing, and like, yeah, it's fucking intense. I was like, this is really fun, and it's free to play, so. That game surprised me. Most people are having people complain about it, but I think it's a lot of it's like people trying to cheat and shit. But it's pretty fun. I was like, wow. So like as far as the free to play games, like I haven't had this much fun in a long time for games that are free to play. So I'm just like, okay, these are pretty solid. So hopefully the player base can be solid on those, and they're not just like cash grab bullshit, games. So these aren't slot machines. These are like real fucking games. They're just free to play. Oh. All right, I'm not mad at
it. Rivals is not aggressive with microtransactions. I know we talked about it before, but Asian, give you context. Like Rivals, I think everyone's skin is good. Like I think in Overwatch 2, some players have dog shit fucking vanilla skins to be like, well, I gotta buy something to make them look cool. Everyone's skin vanilla is like fucking sick, man. Try Rivals. Asian, I know put in that group chat. Bacon's on it, Cheyenne's on it, Drell's on it, Church is on it. Dude, Asian, this is peak Overwatch. This is peak Overwatch. We're back. Like we're fucking back, baby.
We're back?
We
finally back?
We're back. It's 6v6. I need my other healer. I need my other healer. I know a character you would like to play, Luna. She's a good healer. She looks good in the eyes. She dances. She's a singer. Her ultimate is just singing and singing a song while healing people. So it's kind of like if Lucio sang instead of a DJ.
Let's break it down.
So Rivals, Rival Agent. You definitely need to try Agent. You definitely need to try Rivals. Again, it's free, but it's not like a freemium. Nope. That shit is fun. There's a battle pass. Technically, I don't give a shit. I haven't touched the battle pass. I'm having fun, man. I play a couple matches. I hop out. I'm like, God damn, that was fun, man.
Yeah, you had a dope video that you did for when you were streaming that got over like 2,000 views on Instagram on the reel. I was like, oh shit, So congrats to you on that, man.
Your boy got an ace day one at launch.
Hey, yo!
shout out to Zombie Kills as well. She now follows us on the Instagram, which is dope. So, but yeah, man, good shit.
Well, in that case, I guess in sometime during the future, I will join you guys then.
Very cool.
Just let me know. So
right
I could download. First of all, download ahead of time. And then join you guys. Yeah,
shit's free and it's not too big. I want to say it's like what 40 gigs, Drill.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's funny because I upgraded. I put in a terabyte SSD recently into my desktop. Yeah, I did that. And then, but yeah, Rivals is on my other SSD, the 512 that I got. And I have an adapter where I have it just plugged in via USB, but the adapter is attached to the internal drive. But yeah, it's like 40 gigs. It's not bad. So
when it comes to adapters upon adapters, that's your boy. Side note, speaking of adapters upon adapters, Drill, I find out why my mic didn't work on BlueStacks the other day. My extender cable is meant for audio only.
That's what I was thinking because I saw the 2 rings and I was like, this isn't mic compatible, I think.
I didn't know fucking they were playing Sonic, you know. I didn't know I didn't pay attention to the rings on a fucking audio cable. I bought a 3.5 millimeter extender.
I know Asia's laughing. He's like, yeah, I told you.
I didn't know there were fucking multiple things. I was like, hey, Amazon, 3.5 millimeter extender, like, we got you, boo. And I'm like, what the shit?
Yeah, you need the 3 rings. That's why I asked when you guys did the dual pod when you guys were there. I was like, is it 3 rings? Because that's what's going to enable the microphone and the audio. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Well, at least you figured it out, right? That's problem solved on that.
And knowing it's half the battle.
Add it to the pile of wires I will never use again. If you think, dude, Drell, if you think I have buried controllers, if you think I have buried a number of headsets, do you number wires in my life that I've had to go through because of headsets and controllers and mic problems? Dude, my carbon footprint is like, it's like China, India, your boy. Like, it's not great.
Well, you never know. What if you need this someday? You know,
that's
you throw it out, and then you finally do need it.
That's how I feel. My wife is like, "Why the fuck?" And I'm like, "One day, maybe." You know what I mean?
You'll need it, maybe.
In my defense, we all inherit this from our parents. Because growing up, we all had the condiment drawer. What if I need to? We have mustard. We have mustard in the fridge. Mom, why do I need a mustard packet? You don't know, okay? Just there's mustard.
What if we run out of mustard? You know,
if we run out of mustard, we have Mom, we have a. Do you know how many hot sauces are in this county of Southern California? Yeah, but we have packets now.
And it's free. You don't have to buy more.
And I like these sauces, goddammit.
Yeah. and now you fast forward the fucking condiment drawer generation to now we're grown fucking men. And all of a sudden it's like, hey, I got my wire drawer. What the fuck's that for? Don't worry about
it. Exactly. Yeah, I gotta purge some stuff this weekend. It's looking crazy. It's looking like fucking Doc Brown's like.
Dude, if we start sharing group photos, if we start flexing by showing group photos of our wire drawer, that'll be some mad shit. Like, what if we just show up next time? Our background's a photo of our wire drawer. No judgment. Judgment-free zone if we post this picture.
It'd be a picture of my desk drawer. The drawer that I just throw shit in it. Random shit in it.
That's real shit, man.
That'll be funny if that becomes a trend of like nerdy girlfriends, nerdy wives. Like, hey ladies, post your husband or your boyfriend's wire drawer. We're like, yo, what the fuck we're doing? Don't put my shit on blast like that.
Right. Yeah,
like, okay, yo. I'm in this picture. I don't like this.
Right. Hey, yo, post, yo, ladies, your man's organized. Post his fucking wire drawer. Like, hey, whoa, hey,
yo, okay.
There's no need to attack us,
right? I'll take out the trash, hon. I know you want to do it an hour ago. I'll pause the game. I'll take out the trash.
Real life, bro. Real life. Oh, man. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up here for the Gamers Life podcast. We started mainly talking about the Game Awards, the fucking Path of Exile, and obviously all the other free-to-play games that we've been playing that are dope.
We got time for like a 15-minute rant?
Absolutely.
On a positive, I think... Sorry, it wouldn't be Gamers for Life if I don't interrupt Jarrell while he's fucking talking. So,
one more for the year.
Yeah. Honestly, one more for the year. I'm saying it. This is the best year in games in fucking forever, man. Like, Joel, you and I remember it was like what, 2, maybe 3 Game Awards now. We were like, this slim fucking pickings, dude. Like slim pickings. It was the year before, like 2022. Because 2023, it was like, damn, what's game of the year? Hyrule Warriors or Hogwarts Legacy? And because it got blacklisted, which I still think is crazy. So, Agent, just to bring you the speed real quick. Remember, Hogwarts Legacy was the top-selling game in 2023. No one sold more copies of any fucking game than Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy was nominated for 0 Game Awards that year. Nothing. Not art direction, not sound design, not nothing.
it nailed the experience of Hogwarts. Like, oh man, I'm disappointed it didn't win anything. Jeez.
It didn't get
Yeah,
nominated for anything.
not even
Yeah.
nominated.
Yeah.
So that was
Snubbed
2000.
for real.
So 2023, that was another like good year. We had Baldur's Gate. You know what I mean? We had a ton of good shit.
Yeah, good times with Baldur's Gate.
But I want to say the year before that, Drill, like 2022, it could be 2021, don't call me. But you know, I remember we're like, hey, we're going to watch the Game Awards just to do it, but we weren't coming into it like hyped. We're like, eh. And then, dude, this year, I mean, how many records have been broken this year? Helldivers 2, Power World, what are we playing now? Path of Exile, Path of Exile 2, Marvel's Rivals. This is I feel like this holiday season has been the best holiday season, not even just as a year, like a year in gaming. They're fucking killing it. They're fucking killing it, man. Especially again with the Shadow of the Urge Tree DLC nominated for Game of the Year. Space Marine 2, an amazing year. And I think because then also games coming out recently, like Path of Exile came out not too long ago in 12.6. Marvel Rivals came out not too long ago. Indiana Jones came out. Indiana Jones,
the game's great.
Gerald, I want to say on the same day, I want to say Path of Exile 2 dropped, Rivals dropped, Indiana Jones dropped. If not, 2/3 of those dropped in the same day, and the third one came out the same week.
Right.
But I remember we're all talking about that. Xbox actually has a 9 out of 10 game for the first time in fucking years, like as a first party studio.
Yep.
I don't know if it's people say plagiarism. I say competition. I think competition coming back in games is what everyone fucking needed. Assassin's Creed, I know it's not coming out the same year. Sorry, around the same time frame. We don't know yet. But Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to have competitions with Yote. We know who's going to fucking win that. Rivals is being called an Overwatch 2 killer. Path of Exile 2 is being called a fucking Diablo killer. Power World is everything that Pokemon could have been if Pokemon had a one fucking dick tip worth of innovation and creativity and fucking ingenuity. But no, Niantic, Game Freak, whoever the fuck makes Pokemon, has been making the same copy and paste bullshit for how many fucking generations. And all of a sudden you get one game that does one thing, and it's amazing. I know Power World was buggy to hell. Technically it was early release, but Asian, when you and I were playing Power World, like every time we got to a new realm, a new region, it's like, holy shit, this is awesome. Like the first time, like there's different cups of gaming memories that we all stick with us. The first time we see the flood, the first time we fought our first dragon in Skyrim, the first time we, just call it save fuck Liar in Mass Effect, and then the first time you get to pick up your flame fox in Power World and turn that motherfucker into a flamethrower, like
yeah, and eat them chickens.
like
oh man, these Pokemon. Oh, they're edible. Oh.
Wait, these pals are full of experience and meat.
And meat.
Go on.
Go on. I can capture these people. I can kidnap people.
Dude. Oh yeah, you can capture humans too in that game. Asian caught a dude.
Yeah, a huge dude, a machine gun dude. I was, you know what? I need to try to catch them all. I like, one of each types. This one's a gunner. This one's a rifleman. This one's a. Eventually, I was trying to collect them all.
He caught a mini boss. Like he caught like.
Nice.
Think of like, I don't know if you remember the game Power World, but like Joe, think of like the equivalent of like a Titan. You remember a Titan from the Arkham series? Picture a Titan from the Arkham series with a fucking Team Fortress 2 minigun, and this guy's like. Mine. I'm just sitting I'm riding a drag. I was riding like a flame fucking shadow flame bird. And this dude is like, I choose you, guy. And I'm like, what? And then like this fucking 9-foot tall jacked out minigun pops out of his fucking pow ball. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
He was so confused.
That wasn't where we caught it. I started shooting him. I'm like, he's not dying. He's my friend. He's what? He's fucking what?
Yeah, he's my new friend.
So yeah, without you just imagine playing Pokemon without context, and some guy just throws a bug trainer at you. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
I summoned my trainer.
But I think if this year's taught us anything, with how many layoffs not layoffs. Let me phrase that. With how many game failures, because those two are separate. Sometimes they're related, but not always. I think with this year, with how many game successes and game records have been fucking shattered, and with how many games and what type of like scripting and play styles have failed, it's like this year has like solidified for gamers. It's like what's fun, regardless of graphics, regardless of art style, regardless of aesthetics, power, or driving force or money behind a game. I think again this year has like solidified something we kind of learned last year, where Baldur's Gate 3, don't expect this to be the norm. What, you mean a fun game that works at launch that doesn't have microtransactions? Okay.
Yeah, a good single player game.
Right,
solid single player game that I'm actually having fun.
Not single player, cooperative.
Cooperative. That's right. Cooperative.
Exactly.
And so that if I just sum up this year games, I think this is the best year in games bar none. I think, like I said, this year in games set the tone for a lot of AAA publishers and developers that has solidified what we all knew, what makes good games fun. We all know, like, I'm sorry, to the devs that lost they lost their position at Concord, but Joe, you and I call that shit a mile away. The second another hero shooter got announced, I'm like, this shit's gonna be dead within a week. No, it's not. Want to bet?
Yeah, you definitely called that, and a lot of the majority of like YouTube comments and other feedback that I would look at, they all kind of aligned with you. Even Digital Foundry. So it's just, yeah, you can't just put out a bunch of bullshit, and expect people just to climb onto it. So yeah, it went down very, very fast.
This was the year of competition, especially for Blizzard. A lot of it for Blizzard. Diablo and Overwatch. A lot. This is your competition, and this is the year of just fun, dumb, goofy, fun games. Like how many times you and I, all of us here, were shouting freedom, Super Earth. And I mean, like, dude,
Super Earth.
That month Space Marine 2 came out. Oh my God. I don't think I went 1 week without saying the word brother out loud. Like, another game you need to buy, see if it's on sale, Asian. Space Marine 2, another game that was, again, refreshing. A lot of games this year were nostalgic, not for like the past or like, hey, do you guys remember VHS tapes? No, these games were nostalgic because they just felt good. Like, we were playing with Bacon, and Bacon's like, holy shit, I can't think of the last time I played a good game at launch that never crashed. Like, yeah, we forgot that fucking exists. Like, that was something he said out loud. We weren't even streaming, dude. We were just playing. He was just like, I forgot what it's like to play a game that works at launch. Ugh.
Yeah, I remember. Remember we both took time off work to go through it.
Oh yeah, that was a PTO game.
Yeah,
every now and again you need a PTO day for gaming. That was Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 was my late birthday present to myself, because it was supposed to come out last year for my birthday, and then it came out this year, like September. But yeah, man. This is a year of fun. This is a year of fun gaming. I can't speak enough for it. I'm looking forward to this year. Next year is fucking stacked. GTA 6, the behemoth we all know it's going to be. I can't wait for the statistic that comes out that the second GTA 6 drops a trailer, whoever measures a statistic of how many working class Americans are going to put in PTO the day GTA 6 drops. Letting you know, Gerald, you know this. Asian, I'm just making you aware. I'll be one of them.
Oh yeah, PTO is being added for that bitch. Absolutely, yeah. I'm taking at least 3 days off. Like, no bullshit.
Maybe Space Marine 2 is on sale.
Sweet. Should have a solid video card by then too. So yeah, or if I have to build a fucking PC, I'll do it. Because yeah, it's definitely that game. So just to kind of this is for me to kind of summarize. Yeah, I mean, well said, man. I feel like this year distilled hope. Like I hate to be like,
this is the year of hope.
Yeah, I feel like it distilled hope for gamers. Talking about games where it's not about the cash grab shit. Like we're promoting games that are good and they're solid, and merely that. right? So I mean, definitely at the top of the year, Helldivers, fantastic. Helldivers 2 specifically, obviously, fantastic. You know, like I went out and bought a controller, you know, for the PC, because like just the game just flowed that way. Exactly. Black Myth Wukong being one of them, Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, Metaphor Fantasio, Marvel Rivals, like Path of Exile 2, like just some really fucking Astrobot, some solid fucking games that are just really fucking good, you know. And obviously that's not to mention all of them, you know, so I mentioned the DLC, you know, for Elden Rings. There's just so many things that came out that were just really solid fucking games, and it wasn't about just the grueling microtransactions, which is kind of like the initial intent for a lot of these free to play games, the ones that were free to play, like as far as the initial intent of like those existing to begin with. Hey, how about we just focus on it being great, and then we can focus on microtransactions afterwards. You know what I mean? More like that's how games used to be before they got super aggressive. People were just like, oh my god, they roll their eyes every time they see, you know, free to play. You know, or live service, if you will. But yeah, I feel like this year really distilled hope, you know, when it comes to games, and the just them being relevant and them just being fun and people really wanting to play like just good games again. Obviously Space Marine 2, you know, you said it beautifully as far as this is the first game where I feel like I was playing an Xbox game. You know what I mean? I feel like playing a Gears game, like we're co-oping or going through the shit, you know what I mean? Obviously there's a couple of issues launched, but I mean, they did their shit. They fixed it. You know what I mean? And it was still really fucking fun. You know what I mean? I had zero regrets of taking that PTO to play that. I'm like, let's fucking go. I don't give a fuck. I'm 36. Let's do this. Pop, pop. You know? And yeah, obviously, like, distilled a lot of
even
faith.
like Helldivers 2, the way they did the live service was very integrated with the community.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, people didn't take Milo Creek. All right, well, we turned it into part of the story, the community, like you're actually in a war.
Yeah.
And just that kind of outreach to the community and just really good down to earthness, I guess, with the people. That's where triple A games need to learn from these small companies to actually really pleasing the fans and doing the fans service. Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right, Asian. Because like, you know, when it comes to like, thinking about it outside looking in, when it comes to the whole PSN thing, like that's not a Helldivers issue. That's a PlayStation issue, right? So it's like we can't blame that studio, those devs. It's like that's not really their like they didn't create that. Right? You know what I mean? But as far as focusing on the game, and then exactly, great point as far as, you know, communicating with, you know, people playing it, and they were on and still on point with these patches, and you know, saying like, hey, this is what needs to be fixed. Because I remember there was a couple of weeks where I didn't play on PC because the cross compatibility to PS5, there was just mad issues with it. I couldn't connect to playing with my friend Yard on PS5 when we do Helldivers 2, and I was like, fuck. But like they were very consistent as far as like, hey, this is what in this patch, this is what we fixed, and this is what we will fix on the next patch, or we know this is an issue, we are working on it. Very communicative. Like that is what
they're transparent.
Exactly. Very transparent. Exactly. Yes. Great transparency. Like this is what gamers need. Like we just need the fucking information. Just tell me that you know it's an issue, and then I'll be patient as far as when it's going to be fixed. And you know, I was playing with Arthur just, you know, not too long ago, you know what I mean? And just like other people, man, not long ago, like they fixed the issue and they followed through. So exactly, transparency, there's like consistency, that communication. Like I feel like people really need to look at that. And even though, and once again, I'll stand on my nuts. I don't think they should have won ongoing fucking game awards, but they did an incredible job, right? This is a great start, an amazing start. I would love to see like a year from now, what does it look like? You know, is the communication still the same? How is the game a year from now, right? How do you continue that, you know, just that ampness as far as playing, you know, the game? So, definitely just, I played more games this year than I did last year, you know, and definitely the year before that, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited. And then obviously, seeing my brothers here going over to the PC, you know what I mean? So it's just like being nearly a primary gaming. I was like,
yeah.
And I kept saying it. I said I was dragged in the mud. They're giving me shit, Asian. They're giving me shit about PC, and now these motherfuckers jump the fence because they see like, yeah, you have access to pretty much fucking everything.
Yeah. Now let us show you the Steam sales.
Exactly. Like the Steam shit in general, like, because I was giving church shit, you know, but I'm like, yo, like, what I'm saying is not a bad thing. Like, you can, you know, buy whatever you want for cheap, you know, like, as far as for the Steam sales, like, it just makes sense. And then when people are like, but you don't own the game. We haven't owned games for years, for like over a decade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fuck
it. It's not like, oh yeah, look, a new generation of Xbox has come out, so I guess I need to buy new games for it. No, on PC, it's still the same. It's still in my library. I now have probably 600 games in my library, like that I've bought over the years. Like, oh man, it's definitely
yeah. It's like you're gonna rent out a garage and put a bunch of boxes with your DVD cases. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It's like, this is buy digital. So yeah, man. Yeah, so absolutely. And then obviously, you know, like when it comes to the consoles and stuff, you have to be connected online. So it's like that owning game shit, like, it doesn't exist anymore. You know, it's just what it is. But that's just what makes Steam so strong. It, like, exactly to your point. There's games that I bought 7-10 years ago. They're there.
They're still there. They're in the library.
Exactly. I want to fucking download and play it. I can do it. You know, so it's just, it's great. It's great. Yeah. I'm looking forward to upgrading my shit too. You know, so definitely we'll be doing that. But yeah, man. Any lasting things, Asian? I know I kind of took up a lot of it.
Yeah. It's, I guess can I do a shout out for my channel?
Of course, absolutely. Okay, far away.
So I'm an Asian, but please just call me Asian. I stream on Twitch. I'm another average Asian on Twitch, separated by underscores. Usually I stream every Fridays and Saturdays where I do I hit the clips on VR chat, and I dance and I show the viewers around the cool clubs on VR chat. Also drinking, lots of drinking. If you want a drinking buddy, that's me. I'm your drinking buddy. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I also stream it about half an hour. I mean, an hour. Yeah, 45 minutes. I'm about to stream in 45 minutes. So yeah, you'll also see me on Twitch there. Yeah.
There you go. Very cool, man. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's gonna wrap it up here for the Gamers for Life podcast. Solid year. Congrats to you, Arthur, and Church, as far as just kind of knocking out those episodes. Then we gained some more followers here for this year, so continue to build up the community here for Gamers for Life. But again, sounding off Gamers for Life podcast each and every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, discussing all things games and what. Hey, Happy New Year!
Also, thank you. Also, thank you for having me here, and also I'm glad I finally got a chance to test this out, my VR model.
Oh yeah, it's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah,
very sweet.
Thanks.
Very sweet. So yeah, always happy to have you on your Asian, of course. And yeah, Gamers for Life podcast. We'll catch you guys next year, literally. All right, guys. Peace.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.